Hello and welcome in this video where I want to talk a little bit about my own operation with the Brostrom Gould procedure. Why am I recording this video? Because there's so little information and videos in general about it. As I was searching for this, I barely found anything, but I'll show you the places that I found information on it. This won't be by any means any medical advice. It won't be a subjective story of why I decided for it and what my situation was. This is a video for anyone just seeking information from someone who already had this procedure. I'm 6 days post-op, and later on we'll go day by day how those 6 days went. Oh, and by the way, from what I know, I had the Brostrom Gould operation and the procedure. I didn't have the internal brace. My person who operated me told me that the internal brace, your leg can get a bit stiff and it's a bit of an overkill if you don't use your ligaments as extreme for extreme sports. And so he opted not to do this internal bracing, just the normal Brostrom and Brostrom Gould, I think he told me at the end, but I was like in shock and pain. I didn't exactly know what he was telling me. In this video, very soon, I'll show a little bit of the drainage that I had on my post-operation. So if you are afraid of seeing a tiny bit of blood, I will tell you when to close your eyes. And later on in the video, I will show also the scar at this exact point. Before that, I will tell you to close your eyes for 10 seconds if you don't want to see it. I will inform you about everything during this video. Just for information, I don't know if YouTube will even show this video to anyone. I might not be able to answer your comments, so it's more of an informative video. Let's start the actual information. My situation and why I decided for it. Each person's situation is completely different. I have a relatively not extreme case, but about in 2007, I played volleyball, someone stepped under the net and I fell on his leg. My ankle, of course, rolled, and this was the first time I rolled my ankle. Then, a couple of years later, it repeated the second and third time. Since then, I know that my ankle isn't fully stable, and it never went really back to being perfect. It's also due to the old school medical care that I became. I just became a cast for like a month, and there you go. Currently, it would be surely done better. The problem is that when I do sports, when I run, when I play football, my ankle gets swollen. What I tried before that, I tried home exercising, I tried physical therapy, I tried supplementation, eating chondroitin, MSM, glucosamine, collagen, and all that stuff that should be like repairing your ligaments and so on. I tried osteopath. They tried to put me back in place because I was walking a little bit to the side, but that didn't help. This is where I decided for the operation. My biological stats. At the point of recording this video, I'm 34 years old. I'm 70 kilograms or 155 pounds, so I'm relatively skinny, and I'm generally athletic and an active person. I think plenty of people that anticipate this operation might is because they do sports, and I'm in good physical shape. So I was going pretty positive into the operation, knowing that I will be possibly able to regenerate, hopefully, fast and progress properly for after the procedure. Preparation for the operation before I went into it. I certainly went with a good attitude, and I read everything that I could read beforehand. I was, of course, scared as hell. I still am. I'm not sure that I will be able to do sports in the future, but about that, let me record a video in a year and let's see where we are. I anticipated that there will be a crisis at around 3 days, and possibly there will be a crisis in my condition next week, but let's see. So far, it's going relatively good. To prepare properly, I recommend a couple of things. Strengthen your glutes, your lower back, your hamstring, your quads. Everything will get sore, everything will need to be strong in order to maintain balance and be able to walk on crutches. Use a bit of crutches by lifting up one leg to prepare, and definitely work on your balance. Try to stand on one leg. I'm skinny, so standing on one leg isn't as difficult for me, but it's certainly one of the most important skills if you don't want to make any mistakes and if you don't want to harm yourselves after the operation, because there will be situations where you need to put your crutches away and just balance with your own body. My goals here, you need to set realistic things post-operation so you will not go insane and keep a good attitude. For like 70 or 80% of my time, I'm sitting at the PC or sitting in front of a TV. I'm trying to not watch TV when kids are around, but in the evening I'm watching TV, and when the kids are in the nursery, I'm playing games. I'm playing League of Legends and similar titles that are taking my mind off the leg. But for at least those 20 or 30%, I'm trying to be productive. So this is why I'm recording this video. I'm normally doing video editing and tutorials for a living. So I thought to myself, the moment I will be able to do so without pain, I'll try to record something just to like keep my brain in shape and to not turn crazy. Where did I find any information about this procedure? I'll give you the links. There is one person, James Dilworth, who actually explained and made an article about his procedure, his surgery, and there are 300 comments. I've read all of them. At this point of recording this video, there are 300 comments, a couple are of me, and be very careful about those comments. I'll give you the link. Those comments are generally pretty negative. The stories there are pretty horrifying. Some people tell it's a bad decision, a year has passed and they still can't walk, they have pain. So it wasn't very encouraging to read this, but in case you are reading this anyway because you want all the information and your story will be better, you may feel a little better. So far, my story is a little better than most of them that I can read here, so it's a little bit reassuring that perhaps my operation went well or my case was completely different. The second place I found, actually inside of those comments, there was one person who he called himself as hello, and thank you very much for writing this. And he actually wrote his entire story from the beginning to month number 4. His recovery was overall pretty good, pretty okay. So it's really interesting to read that. And I would like to thank this person for writing that. And I want to give back with this video as well by recording something like that. Okay, so this is the second place. The third place, it's basically the only thing I found on YouTube, is someone called Denali Marie. She's a former football player, or she still plays football, and she actually told about her story and recorded a few videos, 2 weeks, 12 weeks, 1 month, 1 year post-op. And at first she was a bit down because she had other issues like with her hip and with her shoulder, but the surgery needed to be done anyways. So she recorded and informs you about this. And what's great, she also shows you how you can train your leg later on, which is very, very useful. I'm not yet at this position. I am already preparing the videos to see how she trains for that. But I'll sure with my physical therapy, as I will get there, I will get there. I'll just recommend to watch her videos if they are still online. And this is the information I found. Okay, now is the point where we'll go day after day how my post-operation time went. If seeing little blood is difficult for you, I'll tell you when to close your eyes. And if seeing the scar is a problem for you, then I'll also tell you when to exactly close the eyes. Let's see the couple of photographs I just made. So this is why I'm making this operation. As you can see, the left leg, it can't go as much forward as the right leg. Of course, it's bigger, it's swollen, but that's not important. I just wanted to show you the overall why did I the operation. Now going to day number 1, there will be a tiny bit of blood, but it's important to know what's happening here. This is directly after the operation, and I had an arthroscopy to remove some fragments and to narrow it down. And then I had, of course, the Brostrom gold on the side. And from the arthroscopy, I had this drainage, and this drainage, I think, is the reason that I have very little swelling on my leg after the operation. Plenty of people that tell that they have purple fingers, they have a big swelling in the leg the moment they put it down. I have very little swelling. I'm very grateful that it went that way. If you don't want to see blood, close your eyes now for a couple of seconds. So this is the amount of blood it collected. Okay, you can open your eyes. This is how I was eating in the hospital. It isn't that bad. It only looks a bit funny, but they just want to fill you. It's bread with some ham and vegetables. This is my day 2 at home. Day 1 was in the hospital, my wife brought me back. The next day, I'm basically lifting my leg up the entire day. I'm of course a bit sore, but this is how my daily day now looks like. I'm elevating my leg. I'm already writing the script for this video because I wanted to give back with the information. And the next days, I was just watching some TV. I was watching, since it's 2023, I'm watching Foundation, I'm watching Yellowstone. Shout out to everyone who sees it. And this is something that I use for sleep. It's a pillow from my sofa. So on day 3, and since day 1, I was elevating my leg during sleep, and I was sleeping on my spine, just on the back. And it's a horrible position for me to sleep, but luckily on day 4, I was able to roll my leg to the side without considerable pain. I was taking 3 painkillers a day, and since day 4, I'm sleeping pretty good because I can turn my leg to the side. It hurts a little bit, but the quality of sleep is good. Now, if you don't want to see the scar, please close your eyes. I wanted to change my patches, and this is exactly how my scar looks. I think this is not bad. A bit of swelling, a bit of I know it's a bit purple, but it's okay. I think that after applying the patch, it's pretty okay. From the arthroscopy in front, they need 2 incisions on the left and right, and this looks like that. And at this point, you can open your eyes. This is my leg with new patches, and this is essentially how I am to this day. I want to show you one more useful tip. It's very useful to have chairs all over the place because you can rest your knee on it and you can basically do some bathing, do something in the kitchen. I have a chair here, I have a chair here, and this allows me to put my crutches away and stand there for a little, leaning forward and just putting my knee on it. This will conclude the video from day 0 to day 6. If you will watch the Denali Mary videos, she's very true with what she says. She's very emotional, and I very value those videos. I am a more calculated person, and I already knew what to expect, kind of. So as you can see, this video is more organized, more like cold and without emotions, because I want to give you like real information. It's a difficult situation, but I'm pretty positive about it. I am not sure that I will be able to return to sports in the future, but we are not there yet. Let's talk in a year or in some time. I hope that it will be better than before the operation, because if not, I'll be very angry. Thank you for watching. I hope, in case you are preparing for the operation, I'm holding my fingers so it goes well for you, and good luck in your life and everything. I hope you will be back to sports, back to walking, back to being happy and spending time with your family, walking with them as far as you want to go. See you.